Representative Steve King, a Republican from Iowa. He is on the House Judiciary Committee and the chairman of the Conservative Opportunity Society. Congressman, always a pleasure to have you on New Day, sir.
My pleasure. Good morning, Chris.
All right, so you in the past have had trouble when you were characterizing your position on immigrant, when you were made your cantaloupe calves comments. Would your advice to Donald Trump be to not couch his feelings about border security in painting Mexican immigrants in the ugliest way?
Well, I would say to Donald Trump, I appreciate the scrappiness of him when he's attacked by other people. He counterattacks and plunges forward, and he delivers more facts to support the statement that he's made. Now, it'd be nice if we could always talk nice about these things and couch these things in terms, but I've done that a lot, but I never get quoted, Chris. So sometimes you have to say it real plain so people understand it.
Playing with facts, you can make them say what you want. You know the net immigration right now from Mexico is almost zero because many are going back because the economic opportunities haven't been what they were in the past. And saying that someone is raped on their way immigrating to America is different than saying they are a rapist. You get the distinction. And saying that you care about border security is one thing. Saying that the people who come across this border are rapists, druggies, and criminals is not just statistically untrue, but just unfair on some level. Don't you agree with that?
Well, I think what happens is that it gets distorted perhaps a little bit on both sides of this.
No, but that's what he said, Congressman. And then when he was given a chance to, you know, hey, do you want to say something else? Do you want to take back what you just said about calling most Mexican immigrants these things? He said, no, I'm 100% right.
But, Chris, he didn't say most Mexicans were rapists. He said they are. He's speaking generally, speaking of the criminals that are doing this. And I'd go back to this point. I mean, I have go down there. I talk to the people that are working with these children that are coming across. I've walked through these transit places where we've built buildings down there to house them. And I ask the workers that are working with them, what percentage are abused? What percentage are raped? They tell me 75%. Donald Trump says his numbers are 80. That's not very far apart. So somebody is doing that. You can't be a rape victim without having a rapist.
I know, but you're making an assumption that it's other immigrants who are violating these people on the way through here, and I just think that it's a little bit misleading. And you know that immigrants are 5 times less likely to be in prison than native people here. So to say that they're mostly criminals,
I don't know about that. That would surprise me when 30% of our prison population are criminal aliens.
Or that they're people who are in jail for being illegal immigrants here as opposed to what they did here and committing crimes. Let's change topics, though, because there's another hot topic for you.
It's a federal crime to watch animals fight or to induce someone else to watch an animal fight. But it's not a federal crime to induce somebody to watch people fighting. There's something wrong with the priorities of people that think like that. And what I've said is that we need to respect humans as more than we do animals. Whenever we start elevating animals up to above that of humans, we've crossed a moral line. For example, if there's a sexual predator out there who has impregnated a young girl, say a 13-year-old girl, and it happens in America more times than you and I would like to think, that sexual predator could pick that girl up off the playground at the middle school and haul her across the state line and force her to get an abortion to eradicate the evidence of his crime and bring her back and drop her off at the swing set. And that's not against the law in the United States of America.